happening, y'all, man? It's Thursday night, ATL Flag Football Podcast. And we are in the building. As you can see, man, we got a full house. If you watch us now, man, just go to the YouTube page, like, share, and subscribe. We're on the YouTube page. I just posted in the Real Talk chat as well. We live and popping, man. As you see, we got a full house, man. We got a full house. But first of all, I'm going to start with Mr. Five Star Sports himself, James Reese in the building. What's up, James?
What's going on, guys? Glad to be back for the first show of the new year.
Oh, how about that? Is it? Well, second. We did one right before we...
You're right.
Yeah, we did one. Yeah, you almost threw me off. Yeah, right before we left. But this is the annual post-national show. The biggest free agent market in flag football is around about now. You know, right after the Nationals, man, when free agency goes at its all-time high.
That transfer portal is popping.
So that's all-time high, man, right about now. But as you can see, man, we got the Georgia Savages in the building. I'm talking about to my left and to my right. Excuse me, I said it wrong. There we go.
Women's.
Make sure I say this correct.
National champions.
National champions. I see you got the bling, just blinging all the way around the board. So can't wait to dive in to hear these conversations.
Right.
But go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, well, you know.
There's only one place you got to start off with. There's only one way you can go to start off the topic conversation right about now, James.
Agent Orange.
And that is the current president of these here United States is in office. He went from 45, now we call him 47. And he is shaking up things instantly. And I'm talking about AUTO-matic. So,
what I will say though,
talk to me.
That let's not fall for fried ice cream. Just because somebody posted doesn't mean it's true, even if it's negative about him. That's the only thing I ask you. Just because it's posted, it doesn't mean it's true. You guys are not losing taxes just because you put your baby daddies on child support. That is not what that bill says. So let's do our research before we go off. It's plenty of things we can go off about, but let's not go off about fake news.
Well, that one's already proven to be fake anyway.
But people still talk about it like it's true.
Well, just like, you know, somebody made a post, it's going to snow tomorrow, and the weatherman said there's not a snow crinkle in the forecast. But, you know, but if it was online, man, it must be true, right?
You know what I'm saying? I'm a model. So, oh, God.
But what's your thoughts, though, on the real part of it, that the fact that this man is actually in office?
You know, I'm even more surprised than I was the first time he won. That the people that voted for him, but that so many people didn't. And now he's here, and now he is doing what he want to do. And some of the, I guess of all the stupid things he did in the beginning, my biggest that bothered me the most, not surprised, what bothered me, was the pardon of all those people.
1,500.
The 1,500 people that were attacking the Capitol. And he pardoned it as if it just no big deal. I just can't get past that. Or how, you know, the Republicans support his party even supported it when some of their lives were in danger. And, you know, it goes to show just how little respect he has for anybody.
Zero respect for sure. 1,500 people, man, who, you know, did a treasonous act. You know, that's an act that's supposed to be, you know, according to the Constitution, marked by death. And these guys all got a free presidential pardon with all their rights restored as if it never happened.
Except for his one supporter who refused to pardon because she wanted to make a statement.
I didn't hear that. Who was that dum-dum?
Karen's mom.
Had
She
to be.
old white lady. She refused the pardon.
But she wasn't in prison, though. Huh?
No, she's in prison.
She's in prison.
She's in there. She's in there. She's making a statement.
Okay. Good luck with that statement, then.
Yeah. And then you see he just made, I want to say it was like $4 or $5 billion because he launched a coin, and in 3 days he made all that money.
Well, I mean, that's
And then
face
when they
facts.
asked him about it, he didn't want to talk about
That's
it.
what this was. I mean, that's what the whole presidency is about. Is the money. I mean, I didn't watch the inauguration because I
didn't either.
I just couldn't do it. But the pictures that you saw, they had a row full of nothing but billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
Usually that's where the Congress, Senate, some political people sit.
Mm-hmm.
But that whole row was nothing but billionaires. I mean, that just speaks volumes on the hierarchy of the country. You know, and you have some people say, well, now the country can't be bought. Like, wait a minute.
Really?
Did you not see that room full of billionaires? What you think they're there for, man? You think they're there just because?
Did you know anything about the coin that was launched?
No, I didn't.
Did anybody on this panel know about the coin that he launched?
Not at
that
all.
He made $4 billion in 3 days?
Let me hold some.
3 days.
Let me hold some.
Wow. So now with the inauguration, though, what do y'all think? And everybody feel free to chime in. What do you think about Nelly, Snoop Dogg, Ricky Rose? I don't know who really cares about Soulja Boy anymore, but
Ain't nobody. Well, you know,
but the fact that these folks, all participated in this inauguration.
of all of them, of course we have the biggest WTF at Snoop Dogg. Because the internet dug up.
Immediately.
Like, they dug up his video
Immediately.
asking who was going to be the Uncle Tom cornball that performed.
That's what he said.
And then he performed.
And then he was the first one. So what's y'all thoughts on that? Y'all are a little bit younger than we are. I mean, tell me what you think about it. Anybody, chime on in.
Make America great again. You know? Nah.
I don't discuss politics.
Pray for America.
Respect.
Pray for America. Definitely. Definitely.
Well, cancel him. If you cancel everybody else, you got to cancel him too.
Well,
I mean, because
they've already said it. What's her name? Chrisette Michelle.
yeah,
I didn't know she
got canceled
she
immediately.
got canceled immediately.
And never came back.
Yeah.
Like nobody, She said she thought she was doing it with bridge. Apparently, she hadn't been paying attention
Right.
to the road leading to the bridge. But yes, I'm disappointed in Snoop. Extremely disappointed. Just don't know how to take him anymore now. It's like, yeah, you're not who you say you were.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, you have to. We asked the question the other night: is everybody for sale? And
Yeah.
my response was, our race has been for sale. We've always been for sale.
Yeah.
And our own folks have sold us out.
And then you see I don't know if you saw the interview of one of his biggest persons that was supporting the black guy that thought he was gonna get a cabinet position, and then they passed him over, and then he was just like, oh, he not upset, he not disappointed.
Right.
He got his eyes on other things. Okay. He's shown time and time again that he will use us for his gain and toss us away. Same way he did Diamond and Soul.
Where are they? Did they get a position?
One of them dead.
Dang, for real?
Uh-huh.
What about the coon and dude down there in Carolina? I didn't see him in a cabinet position yet.
Nope.
He
ain't going.
just smiled with all them teeth, but he didn't get no position.
They fulfilled the mission. He used them, and now he get rid of them.
What about that preacher that did the prayer the other day though?
Oh, now that they weren't expecting that. He surprised them. He snuck up in there. He snuck up in there because they would have. I was looking at Trump, looking at him. Man, he was like, if I could get you off this stage right now.
But then he went right out and got a coin. He got a coin too. And was selling it. And shortly after that, the preacher guy was. Yeah, you gotta love it, man.
Pray for America.
Hey, man.
Pray for America.
That's the song, boy. This is America. Wasn't that the song? This is America, man. This is what it is, man. So, you know, it's gonna be interesting for sure. I was disappointed to see, you know, some of them Snoop and all them guys. That was kind of surprising, disappointing, just because of those stances. If that's who you were the whole time,
You know,
we get it.
It reminds me of somebody else who came out and made a stance of who they were and do this and do that. And then when they did something totally opposite of what they were preaching against us about.
Right.
You know?
Oh, you tripping. Hey,
I'm just saying,
tripping,
it's
man.
the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing.
Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Boy, it's not.
That's night.
Same thing.
That's night and day. Now, if he leaves Colorado for your team, then I could say, okay, now it's the same thing.
I don't want them.
You don't want him?
I don't want them.
Really?
I don't want to deal with them. Don't want to deal with them. I'm good. I'm good.
So who you want? Y'all are coaches right now.
It's slim pickings right now.
So who you want?
Well, they did talk to Pete Carroll today.
You take Pete Carroll over Deion?
I don't want Deion.
You would take Pete Carroll, 70-something years old.
No, I take Pete Carroll over with the options that are on the table right now.
So prime
Deion
time
ain't
not
on the
absent?
table.
Oh.
He not on the table. He ain't get an interview.
Well, I hope that's the case, because I would hate to see him down there, because then I can't root for him no more. And I like rooting for Deion. But I would officially have to not root for him anymore. He go there, that's a rap, Prime.
Yeah, I don't want you, so stay where you at.
Yeah.
In other local news, you know, Trump thought he fired Keisha Lance Bottoms.
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
of course, she submitted her resignation weeks before, but she said she has her eyes on the governor's position.
I saw that.
I would like that. I would be happy to see her run. I think she would run a totally different campaign, more presentable than the previous one that we would have liked to have seen Stacey.
Why you say that?
I don't think Stacey presented herself in the best visual light to some people. And you know, people are very much about visuals and aesthetics.
Okay.
And I think she presented herself too homely at times. And I think that turned some people away. And I just think that given the reality of the world we live in right now, you have to play the game.
Right.
And I don't think she was willing to play the game, so I think the game played her. But I think Keisha, who's been in those positions, has played the game, got what she was supposed to be. I think she would be just a little bit more polished in her presentation of campaigning. She's already won, you know, been at a higher position. So, not to say that I totally voted for Stacey. I thought she had the capabilities, but I just think it was a lot of people that I'm especially listening
but she
to.
struggled with the city of Atlanta. How's she gonna take on the whole state of Georgia?
Who?
Keisha. I'm saying she struggled right here. How's she gonna take on the state? She bailed out when that stuff started getting rough and tough on her. She was like, "I'm gonna see y'all, man. I did a great 4 years. Appreciate y'all. I'm out."
Did she struggle? Then she was like, she knew when the getting was good.
Oh, no, she
And
struggled.
was like, won't sit there and be
when that heat got on,
she just didn't rerun.
she struggled.
She
on
just
that.
didn't rerun. Wanna need to ruin
She was
herself
trying. She
by
started
rerunning.
trying to treat the city like it was her, like she was a mother and not as a mayor. You know what I mean? So how you gonna do the whole state?
I think she understands from her legal aspect that going over the state is different. Because you were right here, you just got a bunch of people that look like you. Whereas, you know, running the state, you got to deal with the other people. So, but I'd rather see her in it than, at least it won't be Kemp. Of course, he's ineligible.
Thank goodness.
Well, for right now, who knows what Trump will do.
Hey man, that's a true statement. Because you know, 47 is adamant that he's not gonna allow another election. You know, his goal is to be a dictator. That's his goal. His goal is to make this the last election.
Do you think that it was coincidental that he moved it inside versus being outside where birds could fly?
The birds could fly, and the numbers would show that he didn't have the biggest turnout of any other turnout. That's what he wanted to brag about. This is the biggest one ever. So, you know.
All right. Well, I guess.
Want to dig into the flag football world?
Yeah, I think we got some people anxious to talk about some things that might have happened this weekend. Yeah. For those, this is your first time up here, so we always open the show with real world topics, and then we dig into the issues at hand. So, let's go around the table and introduce ourselves. Start from the right and come on around. Tell us who you are, what you play.
Yeah, give him the flag name.
Okay.
The flag name.
I'm Nasty Nat. I'm 56, Georgia Savages O-line.
Darius, DJ, as they call me. I coach both offense and defense.
I'm Camille, a.k.a. Camel, number 44. I play both ways, offense, defense.
Hey, my name is Jared, Coach Jimmy. I coach defense.
I'm Jay Bird, number 11. I'm the center. I also play on the D line. I also kick for the Georgia Savages.
All right. And of course, we got their coach, Hulk Brian Stocks, who couldn't be here with us tonight, but his team is representing.
Is this another member of y'all team? Not now next?
That's the next one.
Oh, my bad.
So, what's that over there in front of you?
A couple rings we won this year. Brawl Football, Lynn Lewis, and Nationals. D3, Women's 8.
So, D3 8 Women National Championship. How was that?
Amazing.
First time?
No, this is my third time being at Nationals, and to see the growth that we've had is amazing. We started out number 11, then number 5, came in Nationals at number 3, left at number 1. So
Sure.
definitely
For sure.
is Cinderella story.
Mm-hmm. I know everybody comes into a Nationals hoping to win and expecting to win, but on the level of expectations 1 to 10, where were you guys at coming in?
Oh,
we
hold
knew
on.
the
What's your the
Of
lowest?
course, you know 10 is.
Oh yeah,
We knew we was gonna win.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah,
10.
yeah, we knew we was gonna
we
win.
knew we
We
was gonna
definitely
win.
10.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were.
definitely a 10.
Fun fact. We gave up 0 points the entire tournament.
0, Goose
Thanks.
said.
Yeah.
For real?
In the entire tournament,
Entire
Our
0.
coach
tournament.
always says, leave no doubt, and I think we left none. Yes.
Definitely.
Wow. Now, that's impressive.
DJ, you would say the amount of work that women put in.
Oh yeah, definitely. From year 1 to now, ooh, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it.
So, what was the difference between last year and this year?
I think the chemistry, the togetherness.
Yeah.
Every team goes through that beginning stage, and then we're almost there. We're there now. Yeah.
I think it was the buy-in. I think last year we had a lot of new additions right before Nationals, and we preached a lot of 1% better, and we preached a lot of buy into the system, trust the process. But they weren't there long enough to trust that process. But they got to grow with us this last year, and so as we progressed, and as we added to, and as we taught, and as we showed them how to go or what to do, they believed in it, and they bought in with us. And so I believe that was the major difference. It's different when you have 5 people or 8 people on the field versus 13 that believe in the process. It's a game changer.
Definitely.
Okay. So I see you have 3 rings. So that means you had 2 tournament rings and then a national ring. So that means you actually travel and play them. Do you think, because this is something I believe in and I constantly push people to do it, do you think traveling and participating in tournaments helped you get over the hump to prepare you to go to nationals and win it?
Of course.
More so than not?
Of course, because you get a chance to see some of the teams that you may not get a chance to see, in Atlanta. We always pride ourselves at being the most aggressive group out the bunch, but being able to go to different states and get on the field with these other teams, it really gives us an opportunity. It gave us an opportunity to really cut our teeth and prove to ourselves really that we are the best.
Yeah, that exposure is something real. Like, we are used to one way, and that's hit them in the mouth football in Georgia. But, a lot of these other places, especially up north, they're more strategic with their play. And so we had to get used to different playing styles, and that kind of made us a more well-rounded team.
So how old are the Georgia Savages as a team? How long is the organization?
3 years.
We're babies.
Yeah,
3
years.
We talk.
3 years
right.
old.
3 years. Yeah.
That's it.
And
That's
you've been to nationals.
3 times.
Our
three
first time
years.
playing together in an actual thing was at nationals.
Is that right?
We sat out that fall season. I think we hit Halloween Havoc.
And yeah, we only did
And
Halloween Havoc.
got punched in the mouth. And straight to nationals.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So oftentimes I hear teams like, "Oh, we not ready. Let's wait." Do you think that just going that first time, we just need to be there to see what it's like, so we'll know what to expect,
Yeah.
and you can't get ready if you don't try.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So they had a goal to work towards. They knew. We had a lot of people, like we said, we had a lot of people who had never been. We had a lot of people, I think at that time we started, I think only 3 of us had been to a nationals with a different team at that time. So we had a lot of people who never experienced it before. Like, this is what we're preparing for. Understand, we're not coming here to win. This is our goal. And so then we had something to work towards from that point. Yeah. And I think, we accomplished it.
Yeah.
Now that's pretty impressive. So let's just walk through the Nationals journey then, right? That's because you shutting out all the opponents is impressive by itself. But showing up at Nationals, your first game was Thursday or Friday? Friday. So kind of walk us through your Nationals journey, how those games were, the setup, the challenges, what have you.
25-0-804 Mafia, BTA.
We passed 804 Mafia on the way out too. They had like they didn't know nothing about. I'm glad y'all beat them. I was disappointed.
We gave them amnesia.
You don't know about them Portsmouth, Virginia? I asked them about Portsmouth. They were like, I was like, oh man, I was so disappointed. I said, I'm from P-Town. Oh, we don't know about Petersburg. I said, Petersburg? I'm glad y'all beat them. Go ahead.
Funny is though, we gave them BTA 3 times.
Yeah.
3 different tournaments.
Really?
Yes.
All right, 25 zip. Keep going.
Friday.
Friday we played QC Warriors, beat them 12 zip.
That was Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah, Saturday.
And then
Sunday we played 804 again.
Yeah, Sunday we played 804 again.
20-0.
Wow.
Then we turned around and played. Who was that?
Lady Bullies.
Lady Bullies.
Yeah.
Limited.
It was
Lady
Lady
Bullies.
Bullies.
Yeah, there we go.
So many bullies out here. Come on, give
Oh
me
yeah,
right.
that's the Virginia team.
Real long
Limited
name.
edition
And
bullies.
then
Limited edition bullies.
Real long round.
Yeah,
12-0.
12 zip.
Yeah.
They coach made the statement they've never scored on us, and they was really upset because we had 2 scores on them at nationals.
Chip on the shoulder.
Scored 69 points, gave up 0.
0 points the whole weekend.
Crazy
Whole
word.
weekend.
That's crazy.
We all
Defense
worked hard
win your championships.
That's facts. So tell me about the defense though. I mean, like, what is it about y'all defense that y'all can pull up on so many Krispy Kremes like that? What was going on?
We got so many dynamics on our defense. I mean, we got speed, we got muscle, we got intelligence. I mean, I can't even put it into words. The intestinal fortitude that our defensive players have on our team, because a lot of our defensive players and a lot of us on our team, we play both ways for real, and so our defense. I mean, to walk away from a nationals and nobody could score on us, I feel like that says a lot about our defense.
Indeed.
Trust in the next man.
Let me just make this correction real quick. I'm looking there. It's 2 bullies. That's why. So the y'all faced the Lady Bullies from Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore.
Limited edition bullies
DMV.
lost to them earlier.
Yeah.
So,
I wanted to add that just the way that everyone responded to the adversity that we face on the field, that's a sign of a great defense, of a championship defense. And I'm very proud of y'all and the rest of the ladies, how y'all would respond to anything, because it was a gauntlet.
Absolutely.
The gauntlet to get up to this point. And the fact that we responded with a national championship says a lot.
Absolutely.
And I was peeking at some of the rosters. You guys didn't go up there 30, 32 deep.
No, we did
Nope.
not.
We
We
same
had like
group.
18.
We had about
Yeah.
16, 18.
About 18?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of us were the OGs that started out 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have wanted to win with any other group.
Yep.
No, it's a group.
That's pretty doggone good. So coaches, was this y'all first ladies team? Did y'all have previous experience coaching women?
So for me, I started coaching ladies. 3 years ago. So like, it was definitely
Y'all all
challenging.
grown together.
Yeah. So it's definitely challenging
It was
because
my first sport in life.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I recruited
She
her.
recruited me. And I was like, girl, I'm not doing that. And then went out there and fell in love with it. Like, I
Wow.
love the sport.
Like we can't express like when we say like we grew together, we grew together.
Literally.
Have you coached before? The women? Is it? Okay.
it's definitely challenging, but it's hard coaching women. You know, they don't have the same mindset as men playing sports.
Mm-hmm.
But once you start teaching them and they start grasping what you're saying, you're like, okay, I think I can do this, and we did it.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. We are a family.
Family.
What I mean, looking at these scores is kind of a moot point, but I was gonna say, who was your toughest competition?
Us?
What team gave
Right.
you
Ourselves.
Ourselves.
We always our toughest. Ourselves.
Great answer.
Oh, and everybody else was just pimples in the road of life. You just ran over them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lady Bullies. Yeah, I'm saying they're the only team that get to my in this tournament or just overall in the tournament. That'd be the only team.
They really
I mean, did anybody threaten to score?
Nah, hell no.
Anybody
Nah, a lot of teams didn't crash
We
the.
lived in their tour.
Yeah, a lot of teams didn't cross the 50.
Yeah.
A lot of teams didn't cross the
We
50.
control field position every game.
Wow.
Every game.
So y'all was on a mission for real.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Personal.
To go back to what you were saying about last year, we knew how close we were.
Right.
To get to this year and just to make the run that we did was like, yeah, it's solidified.
Yeah.
Do you remember how far you got last year?
Final
We
four.
got to final. We
Yeah.
got to
Final
the
four.
semifinals. Yep.
Yeah, we
lost
played.
in the
We played
semifinals.
Storm.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
lost.
we lost.
We lost.
Storm.
But you lost to the team that won it.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
you know, that's always.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta lose. You better lose to the team.
You better
that
win it
won
all. Right.
The team that you knew you could have beat that lost the very next round.
Yeah.
Okay. And so then you took that. Now you've won it. So now you'll be moving up again.
D2.
You'll get to see them again next year. What are your goals? I know the goal is to win nationals in D2, but what are your goals between now and then? Where you think that you could set to achieve that will help you prepare to get to that point?
Well, our coach always has us set personal goals and then team goals before we start any season. If he makes everybody do it, so we can't really say right now what our goals are because we haven't gotten to that point yet. But I know that the core goals is to continue to grow. I know that our core goal is to maintain that 1% better, and I know that the ultimate goal is to stay together. Because I mean that's the only way you're going to be successful. I tell all teams that we were told that when we started, like, get you a core group and y'all stick together, because that's the only way y'all gonna be able to maintain or even to grow or even to achieve what you want to achieve. So I know that those are the core goals. And I can't speak for all the other goals. Of course, we want to take D2 by storm, but we gotta be humble too. So
Absolutely.
yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
I agree.
Well, I'll say this, having known that, you know, as each level you go up, there's a little bit, it gets a little bit more competitive, a little bit stiffer with, I think. What are some things that you see that maybe you feel like, you know, you have to either add that to your game or perfect that in your current game to remain as competitive as you currently were as you move up?
We just got to stay aggressive.
Execute on a higher level.
Just got to stay aggressive.
The good thing is we've played a lot of the D2 teams as well. We like to scrimmage against them just to keep that competitiveness and to stay that 1% better for ourselves. So we kind of know what to expect when it comes to the D2 teams. We do watch them a lot, and so I believe we're ready for the D2. So
Awesome.
That's really good, man. That's really good. Shut out a whole nationals. I don't care who you are, what division. Hey, shout out team old
You don't see
nationals.
that often.
You don't see that, man. That's thoroughly impressive. No, that's thoroughly impressive. Congratulations to y'all, man.
Appreciate it.
And 3 rings in a calendar year. That's all right.
And we actually have 4 championships.
Yeah,
Is that right?
league championship.
Yes.
A league
Yeah, we had a
championship.
league championship.
Speak on it. All right.
That's
That's
impressive.
awesome.
3
Congratulations.
But those tournaments are all major tournaments, so
Oh yeah.
that's very, very good and impressive.
So y'all prepared to have that bullseye because that's what comes with winning championships.
it's on our back.
We used to it.
We've always had
Yeah,
it.
we've always had
That target. I
Yes.
mean,
Even when we was at the bottom.
Even when we were
Even when we was at the bottom,
we've
it was
always
on
had
our
that
back.
target because we
Okay.
got some names on our team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got some folks.
So are you actively, I know you said that, you have a core, you've been winning at the core. Are you actively recruiting? Are you open for free agents that may want to come over? Because that's generally what happens when you win.
Hey, you can
People
always
notice you.
hit us up on Instagram
And how
at
would
GA
they find you?
Savages,
Oh.
and we can figure it out from there.
Yeah, we know it's backdoor season.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know it's backdoor season. And I will say this though, we have standards.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be honest about it, we have standards. We ain't just accepting everybody. No, we're not cocky, but we're not accepting everybody. We have a culture that we want to maintain. We have a family that we want to uphold and show honor to. And so you can't come in on that other stuff just because you're like, oh, we winning. Back then you didn't want us. Now we hot. You
Y'all
all.
alone. That's always good.
We don't want that.
That is.
But if
definitely-
if you seriously, if they feel like they can add to, you're welcome. Like she said, hit us up on Instagram, and we will go from there.
That's smart to keep it that way. What I've learned over the years is that it's harder to keep a winning team together than it is a losing team. You know what I mean? Because egos start to infiltrate and all kinds of outdoor, backdoor, just you know what I mean. He say, she say, all that stuff starts to kind of slither in. So, but the one thing you said earlier, if you keep that core together and be very selective, you know what I mean. You can maintain that thing because winning gives its challenges as well.
Well, you know what they say. You might not always like your family all the time, but it's always love.
That's
You
right.
always love your family. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. Congratulations, ladies.
We thank you
Coaches.
guys for coming. We appreciate you. Yeah, again, congratulations on your many championships, but most importantly, the national championship. We look forward to seeing you guys back on the field during the 2025 year.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
We will be. Y'all will be on the prediction block come season time. We're gonna
Vegas odds might have to hit.
Hey, now that we done seen, now y'all have been in the house, you know what I mean? We're gonna start recognizing. That's what's up, man. Congratulations to y'all.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So,
All right.
you want to take us like a 1-minute break, Dwayne?
Bring in who we got
As
next?
we bring in our 5 women D2 national champions.
5 women D2 national champions. We back. ATL Flag Football Podcast, man. Nationals Champions Edition. Yeah, man. We got some champions in the house. Got some more in the house. Talk to us, James. Break them down.
Yeah, so we just enjoyed our 8 women D2 national champions and D3. And then we have our 5 women D2 non-contact national champions. Pressure in the house.
Yes.
Pressure.
Go ahead and
What's up, Kazi? We see you out there.
introduce yourself.
My name's Michaela, but I go by Toot.
Toot?
What
Toot.
positions you play?
I'm a rusher.
Okay.
Toot mean you fast, huh?
Yes. Get out of there.
Hey guys, y'all know me. I'm Shay, center, wide receiver, wherever they need me, they know I'm there.
Okay. You got 2 little guests with you. They want to
Yes.
introduce themselves.
What's your name?
My name is Kevin, and I first so other knuckles.
Okay.
Good job.
My name is Jace. I used to play tackle football. My position was middle linebacker.
Okay.
All right.
So, Pressure.
James, before we get started, I just want to say happy birthday to my baby
Oh
girl.
yes, today is your birthday.
Thank you.
How old are you turning today?
19.
19.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow. Time is flying. Ooh, I remember all.
All of them.
Right,
All
little
of
itty
them.
bitty ones. Picking you up from the babysitter so
Yes.
mom can get to the flag football we can
Yes.
play at night.
Yes. Because James needed me, and I was there.
So, national champions, 5 women, D2. Shay, I know this isn't your first one,
You know, because we're actually back-to-back champs.
but
Mm-mm.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
Your,
Second one.
oh, you played last year? Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to back.
Mhm.
How does that feel?
It feels good. And it feels good because, I actually earned it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sitting on the sideline or I'm not a bad player. I actually earned this ring.
Okay.
I earned both of them.
Wasn't a group. It wasn't the 18th person on the 17-player roster.
Right. None of that.
Okay.
Too funny.
So which was harder, winning the first one or repeating the second one?
I say repeating the second one because people, since we won last year, people knew us and they won it last year, so we got to beat them. So competition was a little more this year, but I guess not hard enough.
Okay. Shay, for you?
It was definitely being back to back. Like he said, once you start winning,
Mhm.
you get that target on your back. So everybody was out to get us. But at the end, we prevailed. We stayed together as a team, and we pulled it through.
So talk about your journey, the games. What was the challenges for y'all while y'all were down there? How was the first game versus the last game? What was the tempo?
The first game, I was a little slow because I haven't rushed in a minute, and it was also a little bit cold, and I don't like playing in the cold. So it was a little bit slow, and I had to remember what to do as a rusher. So after that, the next couple of games, we have pool play games in the beginning, and once you get rid of those once you finish those pool play games, you go into bracket play. Pool play I take as a warm up, but it's still serious because it puts you in a position that you want to be in.
Right.
So after pool play, when we started bracket, I was 10 times better.
Okay.
For me, the first game is always the toughest, cause I don't know the team. I don't know how my body's gonna react, and then plus I'm old, so the first game is always the toughest. But then after that, once I get me a little juice, I'm good. Rest of the day.
Okay. So you opened up your first game 14-6 over Outlaw Immortals. Had you ever seen that team before? Or know them?
I've seen some of the players, but not as a team.
Okay. So that was an 8:00 game. You got through that one.
Jesus.
Then the second game, you stumbled a little against DMV Heat, 19-6. 7.
19-7, yep.
the difference between the two games for you guys?
I just think 8 o'clock games are just tough. And once you get the momentum, even though we won, it's like we still have to go back and play another game with a different defense, with a different offense. And this team I've never seen, so it's kind of like once you figure out like what they're doing and how they're doing it, it's kind of like too late. And then we're trying to figure out what we need to do against them, and then they're switching it up. So that was more of a, we don't know how they are, so we're not prepared to play how we should play, and it's 8:30 in the morning. So.
And those games were on Friday?
Yes.
Friday.
Yeah, because non-contact was all Friday.
You had to finish your whole bracket on one day?
One day.
Okay, so you went into pool play. You opened up 2 hours, not even the 4 hours later, about an hour and 50 minutes later, and you played Fusion, 36-15. It was an offensive explosion.
Yeah.
Tell us about that one.
We were more like it's bracket play. Now we know what to do. It's pressure. Our team is chemistry. Like they've been playing with each other for a long time, so they know what to do and how to do it. They know everybody's talents. So every team is beatable. So we know, like we knew what their weakness was, and we targeted their weakness.
Okay, yeah. Well, that was a big target right there. Next, you went right back out and you played Lady Legion. That was a squeaker, 14-13.
Definitely a squeaker. 1 point. Oh my goodness. Like I have anxiety. I don't tell a lot of people that, but I have anxiety. So that game, it was just like, oh my God. Okay, just breathe. Don't look.
Did it come down to the end, or?
Yes.
So who scored the last score? Was it them and they missed the extra point, or you scored it and made it?
I think we scored and we made it. No. They scored, and then they missed their extra point because she threw it out of bounds.
Okay. All right. And then you went on to the championship game against Queen FBM. Well, I've never heard of them. But and you won that one 20-7. Another can of whip butt.
Y'all clicking at that point, huh?
Yeah. Because, I mean, it's like the last game, like, we barely made it. So it's kind of like we know we're supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? Of course, there are things that we could have did better in each and every game. But, to just win by 1 point, to go to the championship game, like, this was our game. Like, we were meant to be in the championship game. So, like, whatever you have, like, I know everybody been playing, like, all day long. And then some had to go play a different format, you know what I'm saying? So it's like whatever you have left, like leave it all on the field. And, that's what we did.
Was Lisa your quarterback for this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Hi,
Lisa.
Love Lisa.
Hi. Congratulations, yes. So in that championship game, when it started off, how many ladies did you have? Did you have a full roster? Was you
so we didn't have a full roster, but we weren't short either.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we had what we needed, even with some of the girls missing. So it was kind of like we still had that chemistry going, and the girls who did, were able to come back. They just went right in there. You know what I'm saying? Like not missing a beat.
Okay. So back to back. So that means next year you'll be playing D1?
Yes.
Are you ready for that?
I mean, I have work to do on myself, but when I get ready, I know I'm ready.
Okay. You looking forward to the next level, Shay?
Absolutely. I'm always looking forward to it, because I still have the opportunity to play. So anytime I get a chance to better my game by playing against other people, I'm all for it.
How cool is this feeling for you?
It's amazing. It's amazing. Like last year, I think we cried.
Yeah.
You know, because like we wanted a championship together. So,
yeah, that gotta be cool.
Yeah, and so like this year, it's like we didn't cry, you know, but it was still like a surreal feeling. You know, I have my baby girl like playing with me, and I'm still able to play. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful moment. So I try to take, you know, as many pictures and have all these memories. So
That's
when
dope.
we get older and people.
How
can
old
see.
are you, Jace?
10.
I'm
10.
not. No.
So 7
No,
more.
no, no.
Only 7 more
No, sir.
years.
No,
then the
sir.
3 of you all can do it together.
You're gonna LeBron James, huh?
Listen,
Right.
listen. I know I got plenty of years over you. If I can get out there, you can
But
get out.
James, you don't get out there as often as I get out there. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
by the time you get married, you'll slow down too.
I'm already slowing down.
But you know, you can come out there 7 years from now just to give them that one
Oh,
opportunity.
Jesus.
In February, I'm about to be 11.
Oh, it won't be. See, only 6 years. He
Be
just
quiet, James.
cut a year off.
James, don't egg him on.
Okay.
So, what was it like your very first year going to play at nationals with your mother? Because I know you had played locally, but playing at nationals.
I was okay, actually. So
Well, let's go
it
back.
was-
Had you won any other championships prior to that with your mom?
yes,
How many?
like 2 maybe.
I think it was only one. I only remember the Gobbler
Oh, so then
before
probably
national.
Which one?
The Gobbler,
The Gobbler?
yeah, hosted by Zach, head coach of Life University. Hey Zach.
Love you, Cat.
Okay.
Love you,
Okay.
Cat.
So this was your. So when you got to the first time playing at nationals with your mom, how was that feeling?
I was nervous because my first time playing with pressure was at the Gobbler, and I felt like that was my tryout to go to nationals because I've always wanted to play with my mom, and nobody on pressure really knew what I could do for real. So I got out there and played the Gobbler. We got in the championship, and then I got the winning pick 6, and I got MVP. So like, okay, this girl is it. So she's gonna play on the team. So then we went to nationals, and I was still nervous because I didn't want to mess up and then kick me off the team. So I was trying my best, working my hardest to, you know, get the sack or put pressure, pun intended, on the QB. And then when we won the championship, I was like, oh my gosh, this is my first year, and then I won a ring my first year. What's up? So
That's cool.
That's real cool.
That's pretty cool.
I think we all would have dreamed to been able to play,
Oh man, that's dope.
much less win a championship with our child.
Sure. Absolutely. Super cool. Super cool.
So what's next? Now that you've won this, what are the targets for the season? Is pressure still doing 7 women?
So, 7 women, in my opinion, is kind of slowly going away. Because this year at nationals we only had like 4 teams, and at first it was 3 because we wasn't gonna play 7 women because it was only 3, and he was like, you know, we need at least 4. So, so 7 women, I don't really see us playing 7s unless it's like a absolute need. But 5s, 5 non-contact. I think we're here to stay.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I you know, I know the struggle with that. You know, I used to tell you it's a really hard format to build upon. The ones that generally play it are kind of dedicated to where they go and
Right.
don't go anywhere else. So, and you know, we have more of a different interest over this side. So, but what about that 5 in contact?
So, as you know, I'm a contact player. You know, I love playing contact. A lot of the girls don't like contact, which, you know, I respect. You know, I respect it. So we're not gonna do. Well, pressure's, you know, not gonna do contact.
Okay.
But you know, I love it. So whenever a team needs one, I'm there.
Okay. All right. So, are you guys got your eyes on any travel tournaments this year? Did you travel last year?
We did.
You did?
If we did, it was North Carolina.
North Carolina, okay.
Yeah.
Because I asked the previous champions about, they traveled a few times this year, and I asked them about traveling. Did they think that helped them achieve that ultimate goal by being able to see other players and other styles that you don't see locally?
Absolutely. I forget which North Carolina tournament it was, but basically, I want to say either our first or second game we had to play against the U.S. women's team.
Mm-hmm.
Slapped around. I mean, slapped around like we was rag dolls. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it also showed us like, okay, even though like in Georgia, we feel confident that we can line up against whoever, there's still other people out here who can make us better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So even though it was a loss, but we still took the positive out of it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so now, if teams are doing this, we have to work on this, or we saw this team do this, so let's try to implement it in ours. You know what I'm saying? Not copying, but if it's gonna help us get better, like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say we won one of them, one of the North Carolina tournaments, 5 women. So, it was a negative but a positive at the same time.
Okay.
Good stuff. That's what's up, man.
Okay, I was looking to see if we had any comments, but we don't. Okay, well, I think, guys pretty much summed it up. Congratulations again. It's a beautiful feeling to win it with, your child.
It is.
And hopefully you'll get a few more while you're still playing to be able to do it.
Absolutely.
But at least if mom for some reason can't be able to do it, you at least can play co-ed with your brother.
Right. Y'all will have each other. I'll be on the sideline with the water.
Are you excited to hopefully one day be able to play alongside them?
Yes.
That's awesome.
I think, baby girl, you just might have to look at Kodak memories.
Well, she might be with Jace. They only, I think, like 6 years apart. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. She could do
They'll
that.
have each other.
And she started in a little.
So she's a gymnast. She likes gymnastics.
Oh.
So I think that's what she wants. And she said she wants to be a cheerleader, so that'll be the next one.
Okay.
So even if she doesn't play, flag like we do, we all have a cheerleader.
Yeah.
That's right.
Some type of sport.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
OYC got finesse. I don't know what that is. Rich says OYC got finesse. Is that a women's team? OYC? I don't even see no ladies on the list.
Is it OYC?
Yeah. What
Only
format
you-
is that
only you
you're talking
see.
about?
Only you can.
Trying to break it down.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, thanks for joining us tonight, and congratulations again on a back-to-back championship.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having
We'll
us.
be here next year for a
Absolutely.
three-peat.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Congratulations, y'all.
Thank you.
You said no outsiders.
Outsiders did not win nationals this year, so right now we're only bringing on national champs.
Only national champs. Sorry, guys.
We're only bringing on national champions.
champs. Shout out
So,
to New Jack 5
yeah.
Co-ed national
It
champs.
said outsiders, young crew. Now I'm really lost. Outsiders, young crew. What does that mean?
I don't even know what that is. Do you know who that person is?
No.
Okay.
Did they make it to Sunday?
I don't even know that team. I don't think that's a real team.
Okay.
But anyway, we'll talk about some.
Some regular.
Y'all good? Whatever y'all can leave. You know what? Y'all.
Yeah.
We're just gonna just talk general
we
stuff
just
now.
Okay. All right. Well, y'all be safe.
We ain't gonna run no
More.
commercials. We're gonna keep running.
Okay.
We did
Hey,
have
congratulations. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
You gonna play middle linebacker again? All right, go for it.
We did have two. They'll be on the show joining us next week, and that would be.
Y'all take care now.
I want to make sure I get this right. I just had it.
While you're doing that, man, I just want to just say this real quick. Number one, we're gonna always do our good, bad, and ugly, Jane. I'd love to know what your good, bad, and ugly was from a commissioner standpoint. But I'm gonna just do a quick shout out to New Jack. You know, New Jack made one heck of a run this weekend. You know, and I ain't gonna lie, man. They had a heck of a bracket to start off with.
Yes, they did.
They came in there with heat, and but they stood tall, man. I just gotta shout them out. That's probably the best A division run at nationals since that team with the S on their chest. Y'all know who that is, but
you know,
there hasn't been another A team run like that. You know, since we did it. It's been a long time. No, they got the Sunday, but they didn't make that kind of a run. I'm trying to tell you, they lost.
That was a serious run.
Yeah, they lost the first round on Sunday when they did that. They made a run. They were literally moments from a championship. I mean, going to the championship anyway.
Yeah.
They were moments from going to the championship. So you know,
personally, I would have liked to have seen maybe one or two of those games scheduled for Saturday, because I think they played 2 games on Friday and only 1 on Saturday, and then would have had to play a total of 6 to win the championship, 4 to get to it. That's a lot. I mean, that's one of the reasons I'm not a big fan of double eliminations. I just think it's too much. And luckily, you know, it rained. I think, you know, the 2 rain delays gave them, I think they gave them some breaks that helped them, you know, keep going. But 8, 9:05, 10:10, 11:20, 12:30, 1:40.
But you know, but the reality of it is, double elimination teams, you know, they understand that that's the gauntlet.
No, they do.
Everybody knows.
But
that's why depth is such a. Well, no, I mean, remember AU. Somebody double dip. No, somebody got double dip a couple years ago from that same type of run.
But it wasn't a first day loser.
No, it wasn't the first day.
That's what I'm saying. Losing on the first day.
Yeah, losing on the first day is
almost impossible.
They didn't lose, but they won their first game.
They won, but they lost the second
game.
But they were both on Friday.
But that's why I put them into that one game thing, because they had won, so I put them in a better situation in the losers bracket. But you know, when you get that loser bracket, it's just a run regardless. But I just thought it was impressive though.
It was very impressive.
I was you know, Miko played freaking lights out. Yes. I mean, on both sides of the ball, man. Miko, you know, he's making a name for himself on a national scale. You know what I mean? And not a lot of players. Let's keep it real. Not a lot of players make themselves recognized nationally. I don't care how good you think you are. There's not a lot of them that really make themselves known, where every team be like, hey, man, that dude there.
Not only you got to watch out for him, you got a game plan for him. You got to know. You got to know where he at.
Yeah,
you know, he definitely balled out.
He made himself known, man. KT, you know, KT been that dude. You know what I mean? KT, you know, he.
Javion was balling. Josh was balling.
Yeah.
Kari was. I mean, yeah, they were doing that. I came out there 8, and I sat there through all 4, and you know, I wanted. You know, I made the post to have everybody come out, because what I knew is that the other teams were going to have everybody out. DC was filled on that other side for for AU and for Up in Smoke. They were over there, so I wanted New Jack to be able to feel like they had, you know, some energy to feed off to be able to, you know, go that distance. So, and I think, you know, we had a good amount of people that came out to support, but definitely was, you know, rooting for them and hoping they make it. But it was a tall order.
It was a tall order.
Especially with tall order. Injuries.
Yeah.
You know, KT was injured. Miko had got injured.
And NO played great too.
Yeah.
You know, and that the game before the semifinals, I mean, he made that throw in the back of the end zone to Miko. Miko just got beat for a touchdown and came right back and let them know. I mean,
so I was on the sideline when Miko had got beat for that touchdown. kind of sort of was somebody called Miko and started talking to him, and he turned to respond back right as they snapped the ball.
On his team or the other team?
It was on his team. Somebody on his team said something to him about, a specific defensive call, and he turned and entertained the conversation, and then they snapped the ball and went right past him. So I don't know that had he not got called right at that moment, that touchdown would have been given up. I can't say that because, it literally, sometimes it can distract you. And the next thing you know,
it'd have been. I'm beyond. The throw was a perfect throw, up high, and dude was a nice size. Dude caught the ball was a nice size dude. You know what I mean? So he kind of just basketball.
But you just don't see Miko getting burnt though like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So. He basketballed him pretty good. It'd have been a tough play, but kudos to him because he came right back. And then they ended up getting the pitch for him. And he could walk in that pick six.
Hold on. No, I wasn't saying Outsiders was not a real team. I thought you were saying the name of the team was Outsiders Young Crew because I had never heard of that. I knew who Outsiders were and I also heard of Young Crew, but I never heard of a team called Outsiders Young Crew. So let me clarify what I was saying. So I guess that is a player from Outsiders, OYC. Oh, so now y'all Outsiders, y'all OYC. Who is this talking? Who is Rich Fellas Low? Help us understand who that is. But that was a great series of games.
What team is DB with? He said, have you mentioned us? We got to know who the us is.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know who these people
are.
And
around time, we just started watching. We had the national champions, Georgia Savages on first. And then we just had the national champion, Pressure on. So we hadn't even talked about anybody else outside of the two teams that came up here with the rings on their fingers. So no slight on nobody. Now we're actually talking about the rest.
Yeah, if you got a ring that we don't know about, hey, call us out.
Now we're talking about the rest. Because we had to respect the champions first.
But we do have two other national champions. We have Dynasty, who won 8 co-ed in D1, and we have Killer Instinct, who won 5 co-ed in D1. They'll be joining us next week. When we did these ladies tonight, we'll do them next week. So but now that we can get to the people before they rushing us along, as if we skipped over a ring that they had, in the D2 division, I think Georgia Smoke got the furthest.
Did they?
Well, Predators went 0-2. And Joe World also went 0-2.
Right.
So definitely would say.
Yeah, Smoke had won, and then they would lost 2 games on Saturday. They lost back-to-back games on Saturday.
So they lost back-to-back.
Yeah, they lost back-to-back on Saturday.
Dang.
I think they might have went 2-0. I'm not sure they went 1-0, 2-0. But I know they lost. We talked to Gio after that game. He had lost back-to-back on Saturday.
Okay. And then in the D3 division.
Tell me about the D3 because I'm really surprised. What happened down there?
So listen, I was about to say, I think the biggest surprise for us all was Georgia Elite losing 3-0 in the
3-0.
Yeah,
that was a game. It was filmed. It was online. I was watching that game. It was 3-0 at halftime. Nobody scored the rest of the game.
No.
Dang.
I think that was one of the bigger surprises. Nobody expected that, and they lost to Reapers.
Yeah, that was the game.
You know,
it was 3-0 at halftime. Nobody scored the rest of the way.
And
I was really surprised Georgia Elite didn't do it.
Especially because the Reapers didn't play with a safety or a middle linebacker. They were sending 4 all the time. And so
there y'all go start stuff. James, they say nobody wasn't no real team. Go back and look at it. If you look at what was posted, it says Outsiders Young Crew. Who's supposed to know who that is? You know what I'm saying? So he said that's not even a real team, Outsiders Young Crew. That's what was said. Go ahead, James.
Man, I swear to God. Why they be hating on me?
Yeah, it's
I
like,
love
come on.
all my team. But yeah, so they lost, and so they it's like with the talent that they had, I'm like, why couldn't you run over that team? But on the flip side, that same team that beat them 3-0 was the team that won the D3 national champions.
Oh, really?
They went undefeated. They didn't lose a game. They went all the way to the end.
So they were legit.
So each game they looked like they weren't legit. They were legit. They won that game 3-0. Then they won the next game 18-0. Then they won the next game 12-6. And then they won the championship. Well, no, they won their next game 8-6. And then, well, no, they did lose. No, they didn't lose. Yeah, they won the 8-6, and then they ended up winning the championship against Ford up top. And that score was
But
it don't show it.
But Georgia Elite, they were still double elimination too, though, right?
Yeah. So then after they lost that game, they had to come back in the first round of their double elimination.
But y'all going in on Georgia Elite, man.
And they beat Raiders 15-6. And
the local Raiders.
They took out the local Raiders.
Okay.
The Raiders. I think they understand now the importance of nationals. Half of their team decided to come on Friday.
And they played Thursday.
And they started on Thursday.
Yeah, that's a problem.
And then the ones that came on Thursday, some of them decided to drive down Thursday morning. And, I think that, they thought, oh, we're young, we can do it. But reality is it doesn't bode well for winning. So, but Georgia Raiders beat them 15-6, and then Georgia Raiders lost the next game.
They beat Georgia Raiders 15-6. Georgia Raiders, what did you say that again?
Georgia Elite beat Georgia Raiders
15-6, right? Okay.
And advanced, and then Georgia Elite lost to SBG Elite 12-7. And then SBG Elite lost to Outsiders 24-6. Outsiders punished them.
Oh, so y'all were the outsiders. Now I see where these comments coming from. All right, now I'm catching on.
Yeah, but
it's everybody know but us. You right, but now I'm catching on. So outsiders beat the team.
The farthest in the D3, like goddamn, it wasn't Georgia.
Yeah,
can we get to that though? Can we lead up and talk about our show? Can we talk about all the things that make the podcast, not one or two teams that didn't win a national championship? We're getting there. Can I follow the bracket? Stay with me. Follow the course. God. Now, as I was saying before the comments rudely interrupted me, Outsiders then had to face. The Outsiders took out SB.
Why y'all side? I'm sorry, but why y'all call it Outsiders Young Crew? They got players from Young Crew or something? Okay, I'm like, why they? I'm like, unless you. Okay, I'm like. Okay, I'm trying to figure out why they putting Young Crew in on that, Joe. Y'all losing me on that. That's what I said. Unless Young Crew was on your team, I'm pretty sure Young Crew don't want y'all call them.
So for the players on Outsiders that's up here posting Outsiders Young Crew, maybe you guys don't know. There was a team, a very good
one of the greatest teams of all time.
Didn't they win a national championship?
They the only 18 national champion.
Their names was Young Crew. So when you say Outsiders Young Crew, it made it look as if this was a new team merging or
You're
something.
You're not the new Young Crew. What are we talking about?
That's what we were talking about.
Hey, what's my man name?
Oh, you're the new Young Crew. Oh.
Hey man, listen. Y'all can't
So
listen.
you
Outside
are
of, I like
you
y'all.
are a crew of young guys.
Yeah,
Yes, that is correct.
spell it differently or something, but you can't.
Because that
Don't call
spelling you
yourselves a
use
New
is
Young
an
Crew.
actual team name. That's all. That's all we were saying.
Hey, Young Crew, hey. Yeah, don't. Yeah, don't call yourself.
Okay.
Don't call yourself.
Okay, listen. If y'all the New Young Crew, then show and prove. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, go to cigar now. That's an acid, but I'm just saying, y'all saying you the New Young Crew is kind of disrespectful. That's a little disrespectful. I'm pretty sure Frano and Reggie and KK and them boys ain't gonna want to hear y'all call yourself Young Crew. He said, we don't care about nothing.
I'm not even going to read some of this. I'm just going to look at it.
All right. Don't care about it. I'm just putting it out there to you. I'm just telling you, the flag football world is not going to accept that. I'm just trying to tell you. But that's just me. I'm old, like you said, old head. Don't listen to me. All right. Don't listen to me. Go ahead, James. I ain't going to say no more about it.
Okay. So then outsiders came. We had outsiders and so for the D3 division, we had Outsiders, Georgia Elite, Rare Form, DOA, and Georgia Raiders. Okay. Outsiders went the furthest, but then they ran into, on Saturday, the 3 back-to-back games, 7 p.m., 8:10, 9:20. Mm-hmm. And I think from the eyeball test, from me watching all those games, by the time they got to the third game, I felt like the quarterback, his arm, wasn't the same as it was in the prior 2 games. It takes a toll on you playing multiple games like that, and I think he was nursing.
So just correct. So they lost on what day? They lost on.
They first loss, I think, was Friday.
So they lost on Friday. Mm-hmm. And then they came back and made a 3-game. They played 3 games on Saturday.
No. So they won on Thursday. They beat Alter Egos 14-0 on Thursday.
Okay.
Then they beat Rare Form 18-0 on Friday. And then they lost to 4TF, the defending national champions, on their second game on Friday. Okay. So then that made them have to
play. So they lost their second game on Friday.
Yeah.
To OTF. Right.
No, they lost their first game on Friday to OTF. Okay. Then Saturday had to play 3 back-to-back.
Okay.
And then in they first 2 games, they were handling them very easily. But what I saw, the quarterback arm wasn't the same in the third game. And I know they said he had an injury on that shoulder, and that could have also exacerbated the injury. But they played a great game. It's just that his arm wasn't the same, and the passes weren't coming out the same, and he had 2 interceptions. He had 1 interception on the deep ball where he had his player wide open in the end zone, but the ball didn't quite get there. Mm-hmm. And then the second interception, he was throwing it, and it went to the ground, but the defender made a great play and dove down and pulled it out the ground. There was also a play that D went down to try to get it, but there was a head collision. So he had a little scare, but he turned out to be all right. So, but they did an awesome job, too, on their run. As far as they did. So, I mean, if they had given me a chance to get to that point in the segment, they would have heard me say that, they did a great job. And, I think watching them play, they are about to be a formidable opponent in their respective divisions. I think traveling a little bit more so that they can get to see different styles of play from teams that they don't see often, as well as different horrible referees from other places, and be able to pull that all together. But I think that they have nothing but an upside with them right now. Okay. They're a young team. They're sticking together. They're working together. They're building upon one another. So I think that they are going to be a team to look out for. I definitely have them winning this next year if they stay the course, continue what they're doing, and get a little bit more practice in outside of Atlanta. I could see them easily winning D3.
Okay. So they made it to final 5, 6. What were they? What were they at?
Let me see. After they lost on Saturday, so they lost in the game quarterfinal because after the game, the team that beat them up top beat Hart and then went to the championship.
Okay. Man, talk about how we went on MVP running. All right, well, that's good stuff, outsiders. We happy for y'all, brother. Trust us. We want nothing but success for y'all. And no hate in this avenue. You know what I mean? Congratulations on making a great run down there. This is the same core that went last year? This is that?
No.
So this
team changed in spring.
Okay, so this is that squad that's been winning over the. Okay, got the 2 rings here and all that stuff. All right, good deal. Good deal, outsiders. Shoot, nice run, man. Yeah, you can call it. Is the number hooked up, Dwayne? Yeah, number hooked up. 445001605. Give me my credit. I just gave y'all the credit. What you mean? I just said. Listen, I give all credit. Anybody make a good run at Nationals, I just gave the credit especially for a team. That's why it's about the core. If that core just came together this year and made a great run, that just lets you know where y'all at and can feed from next season, man. In my opinion, I thought Georgia Elite had the best shot at winning D3. I did. They didn't get the job done. Y'all went further. You know what I mean? I take nothing from nobody. That was just an opinion based on what I've seen. I've seen them play more than I've seen y'all play. So, no disrespect, fellas. Congratulations on your good run. Who else, Jay? Anybody else made a run? Who? Rebels.
Yeah, they lost to Lady Elite in the championship. Yes.
And D2?
D1.
D1? The Rebels made it to championship?
Yes.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, snap.
And then in 8
Yeah, what happened to Storm? Where they lose at?
They lost. That was a surprising loss for me. They lost in the middle. But we did NTB Wolfpack ended up winning 8 women's D2. They've played in our Atlanta Women's League for years. I think they took off last season, but they play in Atlanta. They're out of Alabama, so they won the D2 Women's National Championship. So shout out to them. They also 2 years ago won the D3 Women's National Championship. So they also have went up the ranks, and now they're in D1. So
who was outside of Storm? Who was the other surprise? So Rebels was a surprise. I mean, was that shocking for them to get that far to you? Or they had
shocking?
They had the team.
I wouldn't say it was shocking. No.
Was it
if it wasn't them?
Who was it? Who was the favorite coming out of the women for that?
The women
out
from Atlanta.
For D1.
Overall or out of Atlanta?
Out of Atlanta.
I would probably say it would be between Rebels and APOC.
Okay.
APOC lost to Carolina United. And then I believe Rebels beat Carolina United to go to the championship, and then Lady Elite beat Rebels. I can pull that up right now. So yeah.
See, that's where I'm gonna tell you that right there is why the 8-man guys are so adamant of not going to bracket play, off pool play, because if they feel like they got a shot, they want somebody to beat them twice. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what the rankings were going in, but you can be ranked number 1, you lose one game and you done. You know what I mean? So just imagine up in smoke. You know, if one field goal kick left and you out.
In the last 10 years, The number one team has never lost?
Never lost anyway, huh?
Because Black Mamas did it for 7 years.
Mm.
And I think this is Lady Elite's 3rd or 4th.
Mm.
So
I'm just saying that's why there's always been like a hesitation, because realistically, I think the men might be a little, especially the top 4 teams, are probably a little closer in competition.
I'm gonna correct that. Rebels beat Bama. Then they beat Carolina United. And then they lost to Lady Elite.
Said Storm lost semifinals 8-0.
I just didn't have a chance to pull that up yet.
Yeah, I am dedicated for it. Just posted that. Storm lost semifinals 8-0.
They lost to the actual eventual national champions. They lost to NTB Wolfpack.
Okay.
But they beat the team that they beat the other team that we probably thought if Storm didn't win would have won it, and that was LOC. Because they beat Storm in pool play, but Storm came back and eliminated them in bracket play. But NTB caught a little fire and went on through. Because I believe if Storm had to beat NTB, I believe they would have ended up winning the national championship.
Really?
As well. Also, but I gotta shout out them St. Louis logos, because I don't think anybody saw, no racial pun, those white girls making this to the championship.
Really?
Yeah, it was a team full of white girls, and they was balling. and it's not even being racist, but nobody know where they came from.
Right.
You know, that wasn't a team we had heard on the scene or anything. But they came out there and balled. So shout out to them. I think that they've made a name for themselves. And I would hopefully that they continue to be on the scene and, you know, come and travel and, you know, because they're a good show. And then, let me see. Yeah, I think we covered the 3-8 divisions.
Well, I think that, like I said, I think the New Jacks run was definitely my good. You know, the bad is what it's. You know, I think you still got some real referee issues. You know, there's no level of consistency. I mean, it's just, you know, you just wish we got to a national tournament. There was some level of consistency from field to field, and it just simply still ain't. And shoot, I don't know what the ugly would be outside of. I think the ugly is just. I think Atlanta overall didn't perform nowhere near the level that I think we were anticipating, hoping and expecting from a lot of teams. And I know mine for sure, but a lot of teams I just think dropped the ball, laid real eggs down there that we thought we were gonna get more out of. Go ahead, you about to say?
Now I was gonna say, as bad as the refs
said
was,
no one scored on Storm until the semifinals.
No, it wasn't
wow.
Storm. That's what I was just checking. They're talking about the logos, the white girls that I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
That first score they gave up was in the game they lost in the championship.
Oh wow!
So
they were playing. They were balling.
What Savage was doing. That was their first score they gave up was in the championship game. So, you know, they came down there, you know, on a mission.
You said where they from?
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
St. Louis. They came down on a mission as well. So, you know, if you got it, you know, that was good stuff. So you only gave up 8 points the whole game, and that was to losing the championship.
Wow.
So that was a great defensive effort output for them. But I was going to say, you know, the referees were definitely subpar. But my bad would be how
what's your good?
Atlanta did not.
What's your good first?
Oh, I agree with you on that one.
Okay.
You know, but I was gonna say my bad was, and especially when it came to the 8s divisions, I just expected us to do better. I did not expect us not to only walk away with the 8 women D3 championship. I thought out of the 6, I was thinking at least 4. No, out of the 5-8 divisions, I was expecting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was 7, 8 divisions. I expected at least 4 championships. because then in our 8-man 35 and up, both teams lost in the semifinal on both sides. I wasn't expecting that either, especially to make it through them 12 teams, because that's the most teams we've had.
Yeah, for sure.
And the both teams to lose at the same round was disappointing. So that probably was my bad. I think we just did not perform, like you said, as well as expected. And I don't know what it was. I think that possibly could have been over formatting, because I know I saw some people on 5-6 different formats. You know, by the time Sunday get there, you ain't the same player from Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, most of them teams, they make the Sunday. Most of them, they make the Sunday, though. Just about everybody, if we're talking about they didn't make the Sunday, that's the problem. You know what I mean? Not in the 8s, anyway.
No, but you still played so many
other
on
formats.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Yeah, by the time.
I think that takes its toll, for sure. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, for 8-man, let's say, all right, for 8-man A, we took 3 teams, 4 teams.
4.
4 teams, only 1 team won. 3 teams went. Who else went? 4, 4, 4,
No, it's
4.
4. It's 4, 4.
Us,
Shockwave,
New Jack, and YB.
And YB. We had 4.
And 3 teams went 2 in barbecue. Only 1 team won in the games. That's horrible. B format, how many you take?
3.
Who are they? Predators,
Joe
0-2.
And Smoke.
Joe World, 0-2. Smoke, I think 2-2. Either 1-2 or 2-2.
I think it was 1 and 2.
Yeah, whatever it was, it wasn't no more than 2 games. Maybe 1 and 2, 2 and 2. That's what I'm saying. And then your C division, the only ones who made
5 teams.
5 teams,
We took 5 teams.
and only one of them won. And D2.
Raiders was 0 and 2.
Raiders with D3 or D2?
D3.
Okay, so D2 was the 3, right?
Oh, D2 was 3, yes.
All right, and only 1 team won any game. That was Smoke.
Uh-huh.
And then D3 took 5 teams. They all did good the first day, didn't they?
Yeah. Raiders was the only one that lost on the first day.
Okay.
Because everybody but Georgia Elite played the first day. And then Friday.
That's just bad overall. I'm just saying that's a lot of teams go out there with hardly no wins, man. That's just bad.
And we only get to 1 finals. And that was New Jack.
You mean 1 final? What you mean? They're the ones made the Sunday.
I mean semifinals.
Yeah, they made the semifinals. Yeah.
That's as far as they got. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
So that's why I said that was my
disappointing.
bad, because we took a lot of teams, and I just knew we had some trophies, some hard.
And then you're right, 35 and up. Thought for sure one of them we're gonna make some noise.
And we had 3 teams there.
Yeah. And Swamp Bucks did. Swamp Bucks in Old Atlanta got the semifinals, right?
Yeah. Yep. And then, I mean, we took a lot of 7-man teams. I don't know let me go back and see who won the 7-man championship in D3, because we took a lot of 7-man teams from Atlanta in D3. I don't know who won the championship, because I know.
What was the AU Up in Smoke final score? Did you watch it?
I just came from that. I don't know. I'll tell you right now. AU Up in Smoke final score was. Up in Smoke 17, AU Zip.
Really?
They roasted them.
Wow. Guess New Jack took it all out of them, huh?
Yeah. that was a
Wow.
surprise.
And that first game was a close one. I mean, that first game, Up in Smoke, when the game when that dude dropped that wide open pass. No, that was AU was playing. They were playing Smiles out there in that game. It was some really good games down there Sunday.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we had 7 teams out of Atlanta in 7-man, D3. And
Dang. None of them won?
none of them won.
Sheesh.
Yeah, so I thought that would have been another, because Bang Bros was in that division, and I was expecting like a win from them, and they didn't. And then I thought from D2, I thought FML was gonna win that one, but they didn't. And we had a couple teams out of there, 3, 4 out of Atlanta in that. So like I said, we sent an awful lot of teams out of Atlanta to not come away with one championship, with 3, 4 championships.
All right. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot for sure.
But, what for you guys, what would you say was your Achilles heel that weekend? What happened with you, Shockwave? Well, not what happened, but what do you think your downfall?
We were honestly, man, it was a microcosm of the season. You know what I mean? We looked like we did all whole year. You know what I mean? Right there and not executing certain situations. Day one, man, we came out, we were real flat. And we played a team that we didn't give a lot of respect to be honest. Mm-hmm. Didn't think they supposed to be on the same field with us. Mm-hmm. And but surprisingly enough, that team made it to Sunday. You know what I mean?
Was that the Vegas team?
Yeah. Didn't they play such a slow, methodical pace, man? I mean, they don't worry about the beat ball. Mm-hmm. They literally understand 5 times 4 is 20. They understand that. You know what I mean? If I get 5 yards, 4 times, that's a first down. You know what I mean? They played. I mean, really, it was a trip because the game against New Jack, they played, New Jack ended up beating them, but they played the exact same way. They were methodical, but the difference was because they took they ran a 14-minute drive on us, man. 14-minute drive.
I heard about that.
And we still had them stopped, but we missed too many flags and ended up scoring. But they ran the same type drive against New Jack and finally scored. The difference was New Jack had such an explosive offense, they was able to score quickly. Mm-hmm. So by the time Lacken got the ball back, that slow, methodical offense backfired because they don't have a deep game like that. They don't have a fast-paced game. And so New Jack ended up picking the ball off, but it was in the end of the game anyway. But yeah, man, we just didn't execute, bro. We missed more flags. It was just disappointing. It was very, very disappointing. Day 2, we came back out. We looked like a different team. Played Cleveland Hurricanes. I had them beat. We some BS did happen. The referees not knowing the rules. Mm-hmm. They took a timeout from me after I won my challenge. And he still took my timeout. I mean, I knew I had a timeout left because I won the challenge. He said, "Oh no, we didn't give you that back." I said, "How you gonna give me that back? Because you can't. It was no challenge." I said, "What do you mean, what a challenge? You just said I won the challenge." Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a lot of BS, man. So, but they scored on a touchdown, man. That between 2 of our best players. You know what I mean? It normally doesn't happen. So, but we should have had a timeout left. You know what I mean? Not having that timeout hurt. You know what I mean? We're trying to drive the ball late. So
was that? Excuse me. Was that the game that I was on the side that on the drive when the time ran out? Because I think on that last drive, it started with a snap in the ground.
Yeah, that was that drive. That didn't help either.
Yeah,
that didn't help either. He had been snapping perfectly all tournament long. Mm-hmm. The last drive, his first one to snap to the ground all day long. It's like of all the times in the world. But again, We didn't have no timeouts, but we should have had a timeout left. 'Cause I knew I had a timeout because I won my challenge. And then he took the junk away. And that dude right there, man, that referee, when I say he's been a problem for us every single year.
Who, you know?
The little Mexican dude. I'm going to tell you how disrespectful he is. Peep this.
I know you're talking about.
Huh?
I know who you're talking about.
It was halftime. He comes to our huddle and said, which direction y'all want to go? TL looked back and said, what you mean what direction we want to go? We want the ball. You know what I mean? He said, did he look back and said, man, what do you think, we stupid or something? This joker said, yes. Exactly what he said, man. It was like, and that's how disrespectful he is, bro. That's how disrespectful he is. He said, yes. Like, why would you know they got the ball. Why would you even ask us what direction we want to go, knowing if we say that, then you're going to get on the ball? Like we just elementary. But then say, yes. Man, I was like, man, that dude's so disrespectful, man. That dude's so disrespectful, man. That's what he said, man. So, you know, we had to bite your tongue on stuff like that, man, because he know that's all he want to do is give a reason to do some BS, man. But that dude does that to every year. Every year.
I know what you're talking about.
Every year he does something like that.
I do not particularly care for that referee myself.
Every year, man. Every year he's been a problem for us. So.
Yeah, I saw some things out there from some of the refs. I just didn't even understand.
Yeah.
Why? It would be like more so like, what's your purpose of being here? If this is how you feel, why is this?
Right.
What is your purpose for being here? Why not just not come? You know, I know, like, for instance, in that New Jack game, you know, I had to end up I called Ed to come over there. Unfortunately, I'm not a format director. You know, I'm an administrative director. So I can't step onto the format fields because they have format directors. Mm-hmm. And it should have been a format director on that field at the time. And there was none to be found. So I ended up having to call Ed to come over there. But, man, I just don't get it. I wish I could do something about it. You know, I have more authority to make, you know, because I saw some stuff out there that was just like I'm waiting to look at the play on replay. But you remember the play where they just basically ripped the back of Miko's jersey off while he was running and holding him and pulling it, and then he didn't call it a flag.
Didn't call no flag.
You know, so I asked it was the black ref over on the New Jack sideline. I asked him, you know, can you just, you know, help me understand why you didn't call it a flag? And so he said to him, the flag broke before he pulled the jersey. Mm. And so in that situation, if that is what happened, then that's correct. Once he breaks the flag, the play is over. So you can't have a holding after that because it's over with. But I don't necessarily I didn't see that. I saw something different. And then when I asked the white hat, he said, you know, well, he was waiting on his side judges to throw the flag. And I was like, but they didn't, and I'm not understanding. And he said, yeah, I didn't understand that either. So why didn't you throw the flag? He said, well, I turned around and caught the last part of it because I was looking at the line. So I was like, okay. But it didn't warrant a conversation. That was what my thing was. Why not warrant a conversation? And how is it that both referees missed that?
Hey, man, we had a play where dude run the ball. Dude had Champ's jersey. I'm talking about when I say he had two full hands of jersey, and they running this side, and Champ is pulling away trying to get the flag. This dude literally, when at the end of the play, you saw his whole jersey going from this side to that side, trying to get away from the dude. Clear as day, referee right there. I said, hey man, how's that not holding? He said, I wasn't looking at him, I was looking at the ball carrier. It's like the dude right here in front of you, man. I'm like, okay, well, whose call is it then? That's up, man.
I see
that's on the same field.
Sometimes, you know, the refs, they get caught up and become fans. So instead of looking at their particular area of responsibility, they get caught up watching the ball and watching the play. And that does happen a lot.
Yeah.
So,
but we didn't play well. I mean, we just didn't play well as a team. I think there's a lot of things we saw and can adjust to though, but we just didn't play well as a team. But you know, you hate when you don't play well. Still, that same game that we played much better. We should have won that game. Our defense doesn't give up those kind of scores that we gave up. But yeah, it was disappointing.
well, I guess it's for everybody. You know, it's back to the drawing board. You know, take into account what went wrong. Try to eliminate those mistakes. Focus on what went well. Trying to expound upon that and play it, suit it up, and go back another year and see what we can come up with next year.
Yeah, no doubt. It was good to see that many teams down there. It was good to see, you know, we had some guys making their first appearances. You know, hopefully some more. You know, but
you know, I
again,
think
don't
we'll
focus.
see more next year.
I just say don't. I think the mistake that we make is that we just focus so much on nationals, we just forget there's other tournaments throughout the year. You know what I mean? We got to stop. You know, we got to start focusing on other tournaments.
Something since I've been back, I've had a conversation with about 8 different teams so far about the importance of traveling prior to nationals, especially for your players that have never been anywhere. They need to go somewhere beforehand so they'll understand, you know, the significance of what nationals is. I think conditioning, you know, a lot of people are just used to the 2 games on Sundays and that's it, versus going to nationals and then you just got to continue to play until you win. And if you lose one time, you go ahead to play almost lights out perfect football to make it to Sunday.
Oh yeah, and got to have a lot of things that happen go your way. I mean, that's the reality of it. A lot of things got to go your way.
On the awful.
I mean, you know, winning down there is not an easy task. That's why so few teams that have won it. You know what I mean? Winning is not an easy task. You know what I mean? You take things for granted playing local ball, but it's not an easy task. That's for sure.
What's up, Flip? We say Flip joining us. What's up, Flip?
Yeah, but shout out to all the national champions though, man. Teams that did go in there and finish the drill.
And outsiders.
Yeah, outsiders get to going up this season. So that's gonna be interesting. As they come into the D1 ball.
I don't know. I don't. They haven't confirmed whether or not they are.
What you mean?
Well, it's not mandatory.
Yeah, it gotta be mandatory, James. They can't.
Listen, it's never been mandatory. The teams have chosen to do it. I haven't forced anybody to do it. All of them did it because they felt it was the right thing to do.
Well, hopefully they feel like it's the right thing to do.
But I can't. I haven't forced anyone.
Yeah.
But
the winner should be mandatory. That's wild. Hopefully they do the right thing. They need to come on up.
I think the conversations where they were going over, but again, I haven't heard it from the coaches. So I have to hear it from the coaches. You can't say it from the players. Go say what they want to say.
Man, okay, we'll wait.
We'll see. They up here. Anybody from outside is still with us?
Hell yeah, man.
Can you confirm?
They can't be calling no names. They were calling up here, call themselves certain names, and don't be in that thing. I know that.
Does anybody know if outsiders will be playing pro this season?
That'd be crazy.
But yeah, so I mean, you know.
So league meeting is
the 29th. Next week. January 29th.
January 29th. What day that fall on?
That's a Wednesday.
Okay.
As usual. It's always usually on a Wednesday.
All right.
Yes, it's next Wednesday at 8:15.
Next Wednesday, 8:15, league meeting.
You know.
Y'all know the drill. And the season starts in what? February, March?
March 9th.
March 9th. March 9th. Boy, that's a lot of time.
You ready to get, we know there's a lot of
United Flag Football say let the records decide who comp and pro is.
I mean, they kind of pretty much do. But you know, it is what it is.
So speaking of which, United, what are y'all playing? Since it's a choice, right? What's United? What is that? Because I don't know what that means. Let the record decide. Because the record, some teams that was in pro had no business being in pro. Y'all know y'all know who y'all are.
I mean, but let's be real though. Since we've split,
He said United was forced to play pro before.
United hasn't been in pro. Well, since I've split into pro and comp, every comp winner has went up to pro, but their record did not look the same as it did when they were in comp.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say I don't force anybody to do it, but you know. United States, we are comp until further notice. And we lost the shockwave. But yeah, so I mean, you know, we're excited about a new season. You know, especially since you know, we've added the first and second place prize for each divisions. So you know, that's something new for the season. You know, so yeah. But I'm excited to get it started. That's plenty of time for people to transfer teams and you know, all of that.
Well, the free agent portal still open.
You know, any free agents, of course, you can go to the 5-Star Group and sign up under the free agent thing, and someone will pluck you up off of there. We'll have all our new players that are joining the league. I already had a couple in there looking for homes, some captains. Make sure you monitor that. So, yeah. That's what we got.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I think yeah, that's about it.
All right. Well, good deal, man. One more time, shout out to the national champions, the Georgia Savages.
Yes.
And Pressure. And then you said we got two more. Dynasty.
And Killer Instinct.
Joining
us next week.
All right. The folks that did get down there and finish the drill. 8-man, all 8-man teams, we got work to do. We gotta get better to represent. But again, shout out to the teams that made deep runs, Outsiders, and New Jack. New Jack, heck of a run to get to the semifinal game. I was thoroughly impressed. They played some dynamic football. Miko definitely made a name for himself all weekend. So that being said, man.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Hold on, I just got a new alert. Please be careful. If you get a text saying Trump has been arrested, please do not open it.
Tell Quick, give me the envelope.
It's a phishing virus scam that will attack your bank accounts. So please make sure you spread that to all your friends and family members. It's too much going on right now to be losing money. If you get a text that says Donald Trump has been arrested, as much as we would like that to happen, do not open it.
Yes, I saw that as well. And the congressman's already filed a U.S. Constitution amendment to allow a third term. What I tell y'all earlier? I told y'all. These folks not playing, man. They're going to try their best to keep that dude in office again.
The only saving grace is that is a supermajority vote and not a regular majority, because it's an amendment to the Constitution. So it requires 66%.
But you know the Constitution is on the presidential website. The first thing you see is the Constitution. The site's been down since after the inauguration. It says full 4 era. Yeah. Y'all y'all stay tuned. Stay tuned. This thing's serious. Stay tuned. But anyway, we'll be back next week, man, with 2 more champions. And anybody else want to come talk about that good, bad, and ugly?
Yes, outsiders, if you decide you want to come up here and expound upon your name and let us know what we need to know.
Not that name. That might be worse than anyway. All right, man. ATL Flag Football Podcast, man. And we out.